RottenAppleRadio.com.
And here we are for another Hipster Report. It's Hunter.
Hey, Hunter and Parker, man.
It's Parker.
Totally doing it, man. You know, I just want to talk about first, the dancing douchebag that they call him. You know what I mean?
Who, like, Matthew?
You know, I mean, so what? He likes to dance on Bedford.
I
That
can't
guy's
believe
so
that,
cool.
man. I can't believe that they actually called him a douchebag.
Well, people on the internet are
That's
so
Matthew
nasty,
by
man.
the train station.
Yeah, dude, I know Matthew for like 6 months, man. As long as I've been in the neighborhood. You know, he's like one of the first people I met.
I see him every day.
So, like, you know, we're coming up with our own website, and it's going to be coming out soon. And so now we just have an email, and we've only given out to certain people, and we've had, a few email, questions, man, to us, and, like, about what we're about. And the first one comes from Don from Nassau Avenue. And, like, I just want you to answer, but he's like, what is the story with not taking showers and being dirty? Why are you guys always looking like dirtbags?
Well, I mean, for myself, as you know, there's a big water crisis going on right now.
Yeah, man.
And for me, it's more of a political thing,
Smelling
It's like,
bad
how
is just
cute
not
would it
cool.
be if all the water ran out and there was no more water?
That would be crazy.
And if there was no more water, how would I drink my tea? You know what I mean?
That's true, man. And, my coffee and all that stuff. All right, so that's not just like... But, I mean, really, though, honestly, I know, like, you're trying to be all politically correct with, like, the water crisis, man.
Oh, it's a crisis, man.
I'm talking about, like, the reason I'm like that is because I just don't, I like to offend people. I don't care. I'm so depressed, man, that I just don't wash, you know what I mean? And that's just part of being hip, you know what I mean? Being all, like, into yourself, locking yourself in your room for, like, 4 days, not talking to anyone, just, like, not taking a shower, not shaving. I don't need to shave.
Hunter,
you know what I mean?
I almost committed suicide last week.
Yeah,
and honestly, because it was like, really, when I think about it, man, it was just the thing to do.
So that's the first email, and, like, the second one is, like, from Tony from Williamsburg. He's probably, like, some Italian, like, gangster guy. I really, honestly...
He's an Italian brute.
I really can't stand, like, the Italians. Like,
well, they're brutes.
They really are.
They're Italian brutes.
Like, I like their pizza and their food is really rad, but, like, I just can't, like, in the summer, like, the Giglio feast, man? They have that, and there's, like, all these, like, Italian dudes,
they're
like, these
Guidos.
Guidos and shit.
Guidos,
Yeah, Dude, you think you're so cool. I even know a word that, like, Jeremy from Queens told me. Dude, a cuisine. That's, like, the insider word for Guido. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
It's a key. They're a fucking cuisines, man.
I didn't know that.
I steer clear of like, that whole street right there, man. North 6th. That time of the year, I'm just out, man.
It's passé.
Like the bazaar, the whole thing. It's just so not hip. It's so neighborhood. And Italian people are always, like, they think they're so tough, but, like, they're moving out of the neighborhood. I can't wait till they're all gone. You know what I mean? But, like, Tony from Williamsburg, dude, your time's limited, man. You know what I mean? Like, all the Italians are moving to Long Island, dude. Get a clue, man. It's been going on. Sell your house for, like, $2 million, man. Like, take the money and run. So, like, a hipster family can buy it so we can inhabit the neighborhood, man.
That's it.
That's the answer.
Really
That's the answer to him, man.
And Italian, you know what it is, too, man? It's like, Italians are just, they're so ethnic, and... I really feel like they're ethnocentric.
Yeah, they're so, like, if you're German or, like, Norwegian, I can deal with you, but, like, they're just, like, they're, like, almost not even white, man.
Right,
Italians.
they're ethnic, and it's, you know what it is.
It kind of bugs me out a little bit.
I don't feel embraced by them.
Yeah,
I feel
they're not
like an
embracing us,
outcast, and, I mean, what's the deal with that? I mean...
dude, I don't even want to have anything to do with them. I'll be honest with you, man.
They're brutes.
They scare me, to be honest. Like, dude, I'll go in the pizzeria, but, like, certain times, like, late on a fucking, like, Saturday, dude, there are, like, certain cuisines and Guidos coming back from clubs, dude, and those guys are fucking crazy, man.
Oh, they are.
And I'm, like, totally scared. Like, I don't even want to, like, look their way, because they're, like, young kids, and they'll, like, fuck us up for, like, just, like... being a hipster, like, dude, it's bad enough, getting robbed by, like, the black kids and stuff and the Spanish kids, but, like, that's okay, because I know that, like, that's part of being, not to be racist,
yeah.
But, I mean, like, these Italian guys, man, like, they just really scare me also.
They're mama's boys, and their mothers are all hairy, anyway.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
That is true, man.
That's what I heard.
You know, so let's move on from that, because we're trying to make our stand in our neighborhood, man.
Right. Why should there be a diehipster.com?
Yeah, well,
and there's no rebuttal. Like, I mean, really, like,
I mean, that's totally their thing. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, man.
And,
I don't even have
it's
the
a free
time.
country. It's
I
a
check
free
my
country.
laptop like 800 times a day. You know, like my my Mac. You know, I have it at all times, drinking coffee. And, like, whatever, man. Like, I don't even care. You know, like, I'll read it. It's like a joke to me. You know what I mean? So, basically, they brought to light some really cool things that have been going on there. And they brought up, the pillow fights, man.
And how
and the
cultural.
pillow fights are so cool.
It really is cool. And it's like, like, if you think about the other people in the neighborhood and, like, what they're these 9-to-5ers and... it's like, what are you really bringing to society? Like, how creative are you?
We bring all the art, we bring everything to the neighborhood,
right.
and they don't even bring anything to the neighborhood.
Right.
And it's like, dude, we're making our stand.
I mean, we're having pillow fights.
Yeah.
And I mean,
That's
that
cool.
in itself is so creative.
That's rad, man. That's rad. Pillow fights, man. We've been doing it. It's like
and Matthew from Bedford
came,
and he was in all his glory.